My name is Calvin Willis. I'm the entrepreneur, creator, and innovator of Father's Love Sanctuary and Food Bank.
Okay. And what is Father's Love Sanctuary and Food Bank?
It's a ministry designed to help, to restore, and to provide food and spiritual help and guidance to people in the Dartmouth area.
Okay, excellent.
And I decided to come back to Nova Scotia. I believe God was calling me to come back. And I thought I was coming back here to retire because I had a business and was doing well. I was going to trade stocks online, an option trader. And I thought I was going to come back here and retire. And then January the 4th, or 6th, should I say, God gave me a dream. And in the dream, I was crying out for a little dog, stray dog. And he told me to cry out for my people and have compassion towards them. And he set me on this mission to care for the people and feed the people, spiritually and physically. And I was in grade school, I ran for Minister of Social Functions. We had a parliament at this grade school, grade 7 and 8. And so I was a Minister of Social Functions for the school. So I decided all the plans, the dances, and all the social events that happened at grade school. So I've always had a flair for helping, caring for people and giving people an opportunity to be outside of themselves. But I went to college, Charis Bible College for 2 years. I graduated last year, matter of fact, 2020. And, I've always been involved in church, but I never really understood the gospel of Jesus Christ. And then once I understood the gospel of Jesus Christ, revelation came, my eyes opened, and I wanted to be on a rescue mission for souls. And so now we're doing that rescue mission for souls. So when I came, I didn't think this was going to be the plan. I thought I was going to come here and retire, buy a big piece of property, and just sit back and enjoy my life. But this is the greatest work I've ever been involved in. All the business I ever had, all the place I ever worked, this is the greatest, most rewarding. In doing this, there was a lady, went last time into East Preston County, and there was a lady, Mary Cawley, 96 years old. And she said something that just changed my whole life. We were talking, and she was saying that she's been waiting for 96 years to see me. She said, if I die tomorrow, I'm okay. Because I was saying to her, I came here from Toronto to give myself to the people. I came here to love them and give them everything I have. And so that's why we're bringing this food bank here, is we just want to love people and give them everything we have. And this is what it's all about. And she said, nobody's done this. I says, this is what we're supposed to do as believers. We're supposed to care for our seniors, care for those who came before us. And so I poured up my heart to her, and she said that you are the reason why if I die tomorrow, I'm okay with it. For 96 years, I've been waiting to see you. And that kind of changed my whole life on this whole thing. Our first week of opening up the food bank, we weren't really open. We fed 45 families. And we have great partners, Sobeys, No Frills, Chater's Meat, Giant Tiger. We have some great partners that help us out a lot. But on top of that, I spend my own money to buy food. And I would do it to the end till I was destitute, because it's God's money, not mine. I'm just a convolute and a custodian of what he gives me. And so we just want to love people and care for them the best way we can. Mm-hmm. And we grew up in the projects. Like when I lived here when we were kids, I was born in Toronto, but I lived here at a time with my mom. I was raised by my grandmother. And I lived here for a time, and we lived in Jelly Bean Square. Okay. So I grew up in Jelly Bean Square, about a few years in Jelly Bean Square. And then we went to Toronto, we lived in projects too. So I grew up in the projects. And people are always counting you out, but not counting you up. And so I had to fight through those kind of things and going to university and everything. I remember my teacher in grade 7 or grade 8, he threw my desk outside the door. That's why I started my grade 8. because I was a disruptor to the class and I wouldn't be anything, I wouldn't mount anything. And it's just amazing. When I graduated from university, I went back and seen it. I said, the way you guys do that, you just kills a kid's dream, even before the kid starts life. So I believe it's important to shine every diamond, its ability to shine. And every gift needs to be unwrapped.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah. You know, people, they count you before they unwrap your gifts. Once you find, in every kid is a king. Every kid is a king. If you tell that kid enough times that the kid's a king, the kid will be a king. But if you tell that kid enough times, they'll fail. So our words shape and form the universe and form our atmosphere and our destinies. Words are powerful.
Very powerful.
Yeah.
Very, very powerful. So what is your goal with Father's Love? I know you just talked about feeding the seniors and feeding people with love and all that kind of stuff, but what's the ultimate goal, or what would be, you know, the motto or the slogan, so to speak, of Father's Love?
We want to build 5 locations. One in north end of Dartmouth, one north end of Halifax, one in Clayton Park, and one in Spryfield. And then after that, we want to buy a big piece of land and build in a sanctuary plus a food bank. A sanctuary can house 250 to, say, I think, about 250 people to 500. We want to build a big sanctuary where it looks like heaven. All people are represented. It doesn't matter what your affiliation, what your social orientation, where everybody's represented. Because we should, we have to be what God wants us to be, like Him. We don't see barriers, don't see those things. Those things are only fleshy things. We got to be able to spirit of man. And so we want to build a big land, and we want to be the #1 supplier for people in this part of the country.